Welcome to JD's Prep. All right, so we have a question here about bacteria. So our blurb is telling us that heat can kill bacteria. So it only takes a relatively mild warming to kill bacteria without discomfort or harm to the tissues. So this is kind of suggesting or imagining if little electric heaters could be implanted into wounds and powered wirelessly to fry bacteria during healing, that would be a potential way to treat infections with wounds. Okay, so our question is about this idea of little electric heaters versus using antibiotics to treat bacterial infections. So what's one way that the use of these could represent a long-term benefit over using antibiotics? And there are a couple of different things that you could talk about. You only need to have one, so there's options here. One of the first things you could talk about is antibiotic resistance. So bacteria can become resistant to antibiotics over a period of time, and that makes the antibiotics useless, essentially. And that's a real issue and a real kind of threat to global health. So that's a really serious one. So you could say no resistance. Resistance. Ugh, rough. Okay. Another thing that you could talk about is the side effects of antibiotics. So just like taking any other drug, there are side effects to taking antibiotics, and arguably having little electric heaters would not have those same side effects. Okay, and lastly, you might be able to talk about them being more efficient. We can kind of assume that because it's telling us that it's a relatively mild warming to kill bacteria, so probably it just sounds like it's actually relatively easy to kill bacteria this way. So you could argue that it's more efficient. All right, thank you for using JD's Prep.